Ben, tell me a little. Jerry's, for me, is very surprising because he goes through life throwing all this terrible news about things, and then he thinks it's totally normal. Or
he kind of throws himself into situations, creates these dramas for himself. You know what I mean? I think he thinks of himself as like this guy who's like a romantic, and and he loves the drama. He's a theater professor, so but he just ends up creating huge problems for himself. And basically, I don't think he's honest with himself, and he wants it all. He wants to have the affair, but he also wants the relationship. He wants it to be okay. You know, he's not very emotionally mature. To find orgasm. Isn't that really what we're all about, Guy? We're all trying to find orgasm. Some of us find it easier than others. I've never had trouble finding orgasm. Sometimes you just have to look within yourself to find orgasm, I've found. The answer's right there in the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
I think that these characters, I mean, obviously the sexual motivation is there, but it's, I think it's more than that. I mean, I think, sex is a very psychologically affected thing, and it's more about, self-esteem, and it's about relationships and being accepted, and it kind of plays itself out through sex, and obviously lack of being able to perform in bed and how that affects a relationship. But I think I'm kind of not being able to get it up, so to speak, is sometimes it comes as a result of whatever dysfunction in the relationship there is. So it's all kind of like playing out through the relationships and the sex. It's not just about people who want to get laid. Well, it's simply economics, unfortunately. You know what I mean? I mean, it's people. Neil shows real people in a dramatic and funny way. But he doesn't worry about whitewashing the characters so that at the end of the movie you go out feeling okay. He's like, here, this is what I'm showing you. This is my story. These are these people. They're all screwed up. It's real. It's funny, and take from it what you will. He's not worrying about making money. So the economics are different. That's why the big movies, the big studios are not going to put out a movie like this, because it's not going to make them enough money. It's just important because you don't want to get pigeonholed doing the same thing over and over again. I mean, unfortunately, you do something that's successful, and that's what people come back to you saying, hey, do you want to do that again? And for me, just as an actor, filmmaker, whatever, I want to keep on keeping my options open, because I'm not interested in doing the same thing over and over again. It's as important as it is to anybody in terms of wanting to, the opportunities come to you more when you are in a successful movie. When you're in a movie that makes money, all of a sudden people are coming to you with a lot more offers. So on that level, it affects my career. So I like having those options. It's great, but you can't really make choices based on, like, is this going to be a box office success or not? You can have an idea of it. You can, a movie like There's Something About Mary has more of a chance of making a lot of money than a film like this, just because it's, they're very concerned about reaching a big audience. And this he's more concerned about saying what he wants to say. The whole project was based on the actors and the acting situation. Jason Patrick really created an environment for us to work together as actors and make that the emphasis, as opposed to the movie making process. In other words, it was like he wanted to do a movie where it was a creative environment, and we were doing something that was about the work and not about the result. So it made a huge difference, because all these characters are friends, so we had some type of history together going into making the movie.